Welcome back. Thanks for watching. I am going to share with you my biggest frustration as a homeschooling parent. Now, I have high schoolers, middle schoolers, and elementary children, and you would think by now that I would be fully confident walking around like, yeah, I'm a homeschooling mama. But you guys, I am not all that confident. Sometimes I have great confidence, but the majority of the time I feel real insecure. Am I doing enough? Am I covering enough? Are they really getting it? Are my children where they're supposed to be? I have all these things that I think about, and I look at the scope and sequence, for my city and all these different things to kind of judge, and it can be so frustrating and overwhelming, and it's like a downward spiral of negativity, right? I haven't gotten there yet, and maybe some of you have, and you can help me with some clues on how to get there. But what I want to talk to you about today is, as I'm sharing with you my frustration, is that my girls have, a couple of my girls are taking a test, right, for their acuplacer to do dual credit. And they're actually getting ready to take it in, I don't know, 2 days. And it has been really challenging for me. Now, preparing them for months. We've been preparing for months. We got all these books. We're doing all this studying. And it has been really challenging for me as we get closer and closer to the actual test date. It was actually really challenging for me even to say we're going to go forward and do this. There was a part of me like, we're doing this, hurrah, yay. But there was a little bit part of me like, ooh, because however well they do on this test, I feel like it's a judgment of how well I have done as a teacher, and did I cover enough subjects? Did I prepare them enough? And part of that too is, when people find out that you're homeschooling, it's like there's a lot of judgment that come, right? And they're always trying to ask my kids questions to see if they know as much and compare kids together. And I think a little of that has seeped in, especially because I was insecure. And I think it all seeped in, right? And so now it's time for them to take a test. And I'm just hearing and seeing all these people over the years that are a part of our lives that are always trying to see how well am I doing as a homeschool mom, right? And that are judgmental of it, because I know a lot of teachers who are not really for homeschooling. And so it's like, and I have all this going on, and I'm a little nervous, you guys. I'm a little scared, especially because sometimes in preparing them for different things and teaching them different things, especially for this test, there's some parts that are a little difficult for me. There's some things I got to teach my kids that are a little difficult for me, which means that I have to go back to school. I've got to learn it before I teach it, and sometimes I'm learning it with them, and I really like watching tutorials with them because they help me too. And so it's exposing my gaps. It's exposing my insecurities, right? And I'm a little scared, to be honest with you. I'm a little nervous about all of this. And my kids are excited. My husband's excited. Everybody's excited. And I'm shaking in my boots because I don't really want to expose anything bad in me. When the truth of the matter is, however they do on the test, it's how they do on the test. It's not a pass or fail. It's not a good or bad, and it doesn't say that I've done good or I haven't done bad. I've done my best, and I have done a good job, which I do know, right? I have done a good job, but I'm still nervous about all of that. So what I have found in all of this, and what I wanted to share with you, is that I had to face my fears. I had to face my fears as we've gone through, as we've taken these months to prepare, as we come down to the end, and I had to make a choice. And I've had to make it over and over again, because there's a lot of times I wanted to tuck my tail and put my head down and run, right? But I've had to say this over and over again and make this choice over and over again. And this is what I want to share with you. I am not going to allow my limitations, my fears, or my frustrations to hinder my children. And I'm not going to place them on my children. My goal in life is for my children to go farther and to do more than my husband and I have ever done, right? That our highest peak should be their springboard. That's their stepping board. That's where their launching pad is, right? And I don't want them to have to go through struggles that I've gone through in life. And so, in order for me to do that, I have to face my fears. I have to overcome some things so that they can go further and attain more and go higher. And yeah, it does expose some of my gaps, right? But I have to do it. And it's not easy for me. It's scary for me. But I'm doing it. And I can tell you I'm doing it shaking in my boots. But I'm going at it, and I'm taking one foot, I'm putting one foot in front of the other, and I'm standing tall and erect. I refuse to tuck my head and my tail and run off and scurry off. But I tell you, I'm doing it, but it's scary, and I'll be kind of happy when it's all over with, right? Next week everything should be done. So I just wanted to share all of that with you. Maybe you guys have some experiences in that, but I want to encourage you too, that just because you feel like you're inadequate sometimes, don't let that hinder you from doing what you need to do. Do whatever it is that you need to do. Don't steer your children away from doing things because you're a little bit afraid that it would expose you. Let your fear, right, propel you to push more and to do more and to come out of yourself. To learn the things that you need to learn, to get stable in the things that you need to get stable in, so that you can help your children overcome it. And it's not going to be easy, because it's not easy for me, you guys, but I am overcoming it. So hope that was helpful to you. Remember, in all things in your homeschool, do you. Until next time, bye.